What's good? What's good? Welcome back to the channel. Chris back with another video for you guys. All right, today we're on a 2019 Ford Escape SE. Has the 4-cylinder, and it should be the same process for the front brakes between 2013 through 19. Should be the same process. You're gonna need a 19 millimeter to remove your lugs on your wheel. All right, always use a jack stand for safety. Even though you have a jack, they do fail. Sometimes they'll sink on you, and I've been there, done that, and had that happen to me before. All right, so let me get set up and let's get started. All right, so you have a spring clip here. Just release it, go inside up here like this, wiggle it out. I usually cover it up, have some type of heavy glove or something to cover it up, just wiggle them out like that. All right, you got some caps on the back where your calipers bolts are. Just go ahead and pop those off, top and bottom. And after I do this, we're gonna cock the wheel. Got two caps, cock the wheel towards us. All right, so let me do so. So we back, we got the wheel cocked. You're gonna need a number 7 Allen to get this out. So you're gonna back these guys up. Number 7. Make sure your wrench is set righty tighty, lefty loosey. Same thing with this one. Break it free. All right. Switch over to my speed ratchet. Help me get it out a little faster. All right, so let's just let that rest there for a minute. All right, you can see the threads right here. Boom. Sometimes you might need some PB Blaster or something like that. Some WD-40, some type of rush penetrant. So these should come all the way out. That's one. Separate this dude, do the other one as well. You're gonna have to put some lubrication on these. These will be acting as a guide pin when you push your brakes. So let's get them out. Try not to block the camera. All right, so we got those back. Let's make sure this one's all the way back as well. Well, actually, we'll just back it up. Let's see. Yep. All right, so the way that came back, you should be able to wiggle it up and out now. If not, you might have to pry it off. And these brakes were caught just in time. There's no damage to the rotors, so that's great. And you can just pop these back like this. And you want to make sure these are lubricated, so I'm going to pop these all the way out, put some brake grease on there, and go from there. All right, so this one's a little stiff. It usually just rests here. So I'm gonna have to tap on it a little bit for it to pop out. Might need some PB Blaster or something. Let's leave this one in. And let me get my heavy duty screwdriver. And just in case, let's just use some of this to help assist. So some people think you're just changing the brakes, but you might run into stuff that's stuck or you can't really get it out like the video shows. So sometimes you might have to do something different. There we go. Now I peeled off. But I was banging on it, still had to put some brake grease on there. So these are gonna sit like this. All right, so from here, these are the style to where you can use a C-clamp to push these back. You don't have to have a brake kit, but if you do, you can use it, but it'll be easier with the C-clamp. So leave your old pad in there like that. Let me scoot back a little bit. All right, back the C-clamp down. And let's get it set. About there. This is a speed clamp, so let's see if I can slide it up real quick. All right, get it up there and just start cranking it. Now, if it doesn't go back smooth like this one's going, then you could possibly have a collapsed hose or the caliper itself might be getting ready to fail. So just go back slow, let it compress. And you want the fluid to flow back in, so don't rush. It should go back smooth. Now some calipers are mount flush and some of them have a little lip still on there, so you just want to keep going back until it stops, because if you stop and take it off and try to cheat, you're going to be putting it back on. Been there, done that many times. So we're locked out here. All right, so we can leave that sitting there for a minute. Get some brake grease real quick. We're gonna go ahead and lubricate these guide pins. But caliper bolts, same thing. Some of them are set up different, but this one has pins. Slide these out like this. And if they're real rusty, you want to lubricate them or replace them. These are in excellent condition. You don't need a lot. Don't cake a lot on there. You just want them to glide. Because no matter what, dirt and debris is going to get in here and it's just going to make a grit and it's going to be real thick. That's why you need oil changes, because all that little micro dust of friction causes those little metal flakes, and that's what causes the oil to get thick. So if you don't change your oil in your vehicle, it'll make certain valves and stuff get clogged to where it won't circulate like it's supposed to. So just need a little bit just to glide these bad boys. All right, got that in, got that one in. All right, now let's lay that there for a second and let's match up our brake pads. All right, so we back. We got the Duralast Gold. This will be the parts number for this specific vehicle. So DG1978. All right, and Duralast Gold. Let's go ahead and match up our pads and make sure they mate, top and bottom. And we are going back to the store because we have the wrong size pads. So, yep, total difference, and we're gonna take it with us. So, yep, you definitely want to match up your parts. Don't try to put them on anyway. And let's see what they did. Yep, too big. All right, just wanted to show that on camera. Shall return for the finishing process. All right, so we back from the parts store. We got the right pads. Always match up your brake pads. Anything that you're replacing, always match it up. You see the wear on these guys, which is almost gone. Rotors is nice and crispy. So let's go ahead and get it cracking. Gonna need some brake grease, very little bit. And you're gonna want to lubricate the back of your pads to keep them from squeaking. That yours may or may not, depending on what it is, but you don't want to cake it. You just want a nice glaze on there. All right, so we're just gonna sit this dude back. What's up, man? You got it. You see what I'm doing? It's one of my neighbors. All right, so let's get this guy out. We already got that pushed back with the C-clamp. We're gonna pop this one out just like that. We got our guide pins lubed, or you can just say your brake screws for 7mm Allen. All right, so now that we got that, let's go ahead and put a little lubrication on the back of this one, and then we can close everything up. And this will be the same procedure for the driver's side. Just lubricate it. You don't have to super glob it or nothing, because it's going to cake up, and especially dirt and grit and all this stuff. So just need enough to lubricate. Don't overdo it. The car's still going to stop. All right. So that's good enough there. Go ahead and pop this dude back in. Slide him over and just squeeze him in. All right, let's flip this back on over this way. Make sure you flip it the correct way. Make sure you're on good and just slide them in. Might have to smack on it a little bit. All right, so what I do after that, I usually separate my socket and start to line these up. Put the socket in and start to push it through and line it up with the holes. Get you a few threads and go down to the bottom, do the same. You might have to adjust your rotor a little bit or your caliper a little bit, but you'll feel it seat. And I recommend when you're going back in to use a regular ratchet. Don't use an impact or anything. That way you can control how tight you're tightening it. All right, so we got both of those on. Correct my wrench, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Let's go ahead and get these all the way in. And don't tighten one before you tighten the other one, just get it close. All right, that one stopped. Let's do the same with this one. Get them in. And then I can move over to the driver's side, but this will be the procedure. And then we have to put our spring clip back on. All right, we're stopped. Give it some smacks. When the wrench starts to bounce like that and you're tight enough, same thing with the bottom. Make sure you're on good. Otherwise, you can strip it out. All right, so now we're done there. Let me rotate this back so you can see me put the clip in. All right, so we got those straight. Let's put our covers back over our caliper pins. Keeps them from rusting. Yours may have them or may not, but it just causes them to get rusty inside. So if you have them, put them back on. All right, so now we got our spring clip here. Let's line up one. Doing it the wrong way. Here, get one to go in, work it around, and get this one to go in. Might need a screwdriver to help assist it. Or just put it in first and spring it around. Sometimes that works out, sometimes it don't. Let's bring this out. Let's do the bottom first. Just because I'm struggling a little bit. Drop this one back. Got that one in the hole. All right, let's bring it on over. All right, now after that, I usually tap them in. Bam. Just to make sure they're in good. All right. And yeah, that one's in good too. All right, so this will be the procedure on changing the front brakes. Remember, it's the same as the as the driver's side, okay? Other than this, after you've done so, pump your brakes. That way your caliper will squeeze up against your rotor. They're always supposed to have friction. But other than that, yeah, 2013 through 19 Ford Escape. So hit that thumbs up for me. Subscribe to the channel. This helps you out. And always remember, rust is the enemy on these things, which causes us to work so hard in different places and applications. To the next video, I'm out.